And we are back here out of the media timeout. We are tied up at 2. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we have just at the under 60 media timeout. It's 2-2 between Nevada and the Cougs. Rodriguez with the ball now over to Hildebrandt. Now it's over to Andrea Rodriguez, who checks in for the first time today. The senior out of Spain. Pasterson checks in during the media timeout too. The sophomore out of Iceland. Over to Morton. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Yavaho. In front of the Nevada bench. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Yavaho to beat the buzzer. No good. Offensive rebound. Right there's Morton. Over to Rodriguez. Top of the key for 3. No. Rebound Nevada. That's Peyton White, the 6'6" freshman from Encino, California, with the rebound. It's now over to Chuck Bailey. Bailey. Over to Vaughn Williams, the junior from Federal Way. He does have a little bit of family in the stands. That layup is no good. Fought 4. And it's Rodriguez who takes away. Morton finds Anderson over there. He throws it down. Cougs take the lead 4-2. Nice move to the basket by Tomas Fasterson.
Really unselfish play there from Jerome. Morton dumps it out for Fasterson on the 3-on-1 break. Fasterson gets an easy dunk.
Chuck Bailey with the ball now. It's Tayshawn Comer. Back over to Bailey in the corner for 3. That's in and out. Williams tries to keep it in bounds. He's not successful. That's off of Nevada Cougars basketball.
Yeah, Declan, both teams really struggling from the floor here early. Cougs just 29%. Nevada only 11%. Hopefully we'll see some offensive uptick here in the next few minutes.
Simon Hildebrandt also checked in for the Cougs. The 6'9" senior from Canada. Now it's over to Yavaho, over to Rodriguez, back over to Rasterson. Heavy pressure put on by Chuck Bailey. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Rodriguez with the basketball now. Takes the jumper. Look for Yavaho. That's a bad pass. Turnover Nevada. It's Elijah Price with the steal. Now it's Vaughn Williams. Over to Price. Finger by Patterson and Yavaho. We're going to have a foul call. Tony Padilla was the whistle. They're going to call this on Rasterson. That's going to be his first. Second team foul on the Cougs. We got a couple substitutions coming in after this first of 2 free throws, which will be taken by Elijah Price. His first attempt is on the way. That's good. It's 4-3 Cougs lead. We have Emmanuel Ugbo, the transfer from Boise State, coming in for the Cougs, as well as the reigning WCC Freshman of the Year after 40-point performance, ace class.
Yeah. Ugbo went down with an injury just a few games ago. He's going to be out for a few weeks. Return awfully quick. He's a great addition to have in that Cougar lineup.
Yeah, same with Rasterson after that. After one of those last home games, we thought he'd be out for an extended time as the second free throw by Price is good. We're tied up at 4. Checking in for Nevada is number 2, Miles Walker, the freshman from Riverside, California, and number 5, Amir Robinson, the sophomore from Akron, Ohio. It's Glass with the basketball now over to Hildebrandt. Fakes the 3. 10 seconds on the shot. Well, now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ugbo gets contact to the face. Contact the face of Robinson. They're going to call Ugbo for the offensive foul. That one was pretty obvious there. So now that's going to be Ugbo's first. Third team foul on the Cougs. So that's an automatic turnover because of the offensive foul. Nevada takes possession. It's Peyton White to inbound. Now it's over to Miles Walker. Walker with the basketball now. Over to Robinson. Walker being guarded by Glass. Ugbo putting heavy pressure on the ball handler. That's Elijah Price. Takes easy drive to the basket. That doesn't go. Rebound Rasterson and the Cougs. Rasterson finds Ugbo. Over to Hildebrandt. Rodriguez is open. He has it now. Being guarded by Wayne. Deep 3 from Glass. In and out. Rebound Nevada. Peyton White. Miles Walker. That's Miles Walker with the ball now. Over to Robinson. Back over to Walker. His fadeaway jumper is no good. Defensive rebound by Rodriguez. Very defensive game here so far early on. Just approaching 12.5 minutes up in the first half. Hildebrandt almost loses the dribble on the 3. He fakes the 3. Finds Rodriguez on the other side, on the other corner. Over to Masterson. Free in front of the bench. That's good. Cougs back in the lead. It's 7-4, Washington State.
Who's going to need that 3 ball to go today? That's been a huge source of their offense here so far this year, shooting at 38% as a team.
Peyton White with the ball now. Over to Amir Robinson. Back over to Walker. Tries to lane on fast. Peterson doesn't get that to go. Great defense by the Cougs. Rebound in. Glass. Glass trying to find somebody open. Robinson's pressuring him. Finds Ubo. Back over to Glass. Well, toss to Masterson, who tries to go up to score, but he gets fouled on the way down, on the way up, and he will have 2 free throws. When we come back, as we have 50 under 12 minutes timeout, with Washington State leading Nevada 7-4. We'll be back after this break. You're listening to Washington State men's basketball on KHR, the student voice of the Blues. And we are back out of the immediate timeout with 11:54 left here until halftime. Washington State with the early lead. A little bit of a defensive game here. Low scoring at 7-4. The last foul was called on Von Weems. That's going to be his first personal second team foul. It was a shooting foul, so it'll be free throws for the Cougs. And Washington State so far from the line this year as a team is shooting. Sorry about that, folks. Trying to find my notes here. It'll be Tomas Strasserson at the line to shoot 2. Washington State is as a team. Well, I can't find the stats as a team, but they, as we've seen in previous home games, they haven't been too good from the line. As Strasserson goes 1. So he misses the first free throw, makes the second one. It's 8-4, Washington State. Nevada with the basketball now. It's Miles Walker over to White for 3. That's it. That rims out. Rebound. Cougs, Emmanuel Ugbo. The transfer from Boise State. Now it's over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking for somebody open. Finds Strasserson. Heavy pressure being put on there by Lowry. Over to Ace Glass. Okafor now. The corner in front of the Nevada bench. Okafor tries to the basket. Finds Glass open. Glass tries to the basket. He picks up one and off the glass. 10-4. Cougs with an early lead, approaching 11 minutes left here until halftime.
Nice little step through move there from Glass. Got the defender to hesitate there. Steps through. Okafor with a nice little seal off his defender. Glass off it. Glass for 2.
Robinson now underneath the basket. Heavy pressure being put on there by Rodriguez. Wants to charge. Doesn't get it. Actually, he does. They're going to call that on Rodriguez. That's it. And 1 for Amir Robinson. Chance at 3. So that's going to be the first foul on Rodriguez in the 14th foul of the half for the Cougs. And we have a couple substitutions. Favors and Morton check back in for the Cougs. For Nevada, checking in will be number 10, Jariah Coleman, the 7'1", 6-year senior center from Anchorage, Alaska. That's definitely a man the Cougs are going to want to be careful of, as that free throw by Robinson is missed, so he does not quit the three-point play. It's 10-6 Cougs. It's Morton with the ball. Now it's back over to Glass. Glass, as we said, the reigning WCC freshman of the week, as after that 40-point performance in the Valley Invitational semifinals against ASU. Cougs ended up finishing fourth in that tournament. We have a foul on the floor as Okafor drives to the lane. Let's see what this is on. They're going to call that on Curran. That's his first personal. 13th foul of the half of Nevada. It's on the floor, so it's inbound time for the Cougs. It's Glass to inbound. Over to Emmanuel Ugbo. Wide open. Okafor. Over in the court for three is Glass. That was a weird. Well, that's no good. Rebound. Robinson in Nevada. Now it's Comer. Back over to Tyler Rawson, who also checked in. He is a 6-foot junior from Los Angeles. Deep three from Peyton White is good. Now lead us down to one. It's 10-9 Washington State. 10 minutes left here in the first half. It's Morton with the basketball over to. That's Ace Glass. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Glass trying to find some open. Takes it to the basket instead. It rolls around the rim, doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Okafor. Open in the corner is Ugbo. Tries to shoot a three. Instead, holds on to the ball. Finds Okafor underneath the basket, being guarded by two defenders. Gets it out to Favors. Shot the for three. No good. Offensive rebound. Morton gets fouled on the way down. And looks like they're going to call that on Elijah Price. Now they're going to call that on Tyler Rawson. That's his first personal 14th foul. That foul was on the floor. As I said, it was fouled on the way down. So it's going to be Morton to inbound for the Cougs.
Yeah, even though Favors missed that three, that's a look Cougs will be happy to get all day. Okafor on the kick out. Favors is great look. That's a shot that he's going to make pretty consistently. Just a little lucky there.
Someone inbounds. Gets it in before the 3-second inbound violation. Finds Ugbo being guarded heavily there by Coleman and White. Over to Okafor. Top of the key for three is Favors. That's no good. That's in and out. Rebound Nevada. Chuck Bailey finds Tayshawn Comer. Heavy pressure put on there by Parker Garrett, the sophomore out of Olympia, and we have a foul called on the floor. Looks like on Washington State. Yes, it's on Jerome Morton. That's going to be his first personal fit. Team foul. So 2 more fouls, but Nevada in the bonus. He'll be inbound from the sideline by Chuck Bailey. Bailey gets it in to Rawson. Over to Bailey. That's Tayshawn Comer, whose little 2-point shot from just inside the paint is good, and they're going to call a technical foul on Comer as he was walking back, as it looks like he said something to the Washington State bench. So that counts as Comer doesn't agree with the call. He's wondering why he got the technical. But that counts as a personal. So that's going to be his second. That's going to be the 15th foul on Nevada. So both teams now with 5 fouls and a half. Favors to the line to shoot 2 technical free throws. The first one goes down. They're going to call that a Class A technical on Comer. Favors knocks the second technical down. Cougs retake the lead. It's 12-11, and Cougs maintain possession as a result of that technical foul. So Garrett's to inbound.
And a nice bucket by Comer there, but that technical foul just completely erases the great shot he just made, and it gives the Cougs the ball back.
It's Morton with the basket. Go back over to Morton. Finds well there, just under the basket. Kicks out to Favors. Favors hits a little jumper. That's good. 14-11 Cougs.
Great touch there from Favors. Finds a little slip. The defense had a man on his back. Let's go a little floater there. Finds nothing but net.
Rollison kicks it out to Peyton White, deep three. That's in and out. That goes out of bounds. They're going to say there's a foul on the floor first, though. Let's see who this is going on. They're going to call that on Okafor. That's going to be his first personal 16 foul. So one more foul by Washington State puts Nevada in the bonus. And checking back in will be Emily Yalaho, the junior out of Finland. He checked in for Ugbo. So we have a forward coming in for another forward. Two substitutions coming in for Nevada. Back in will be Price and Lowry. Checking out is going to be Coleman and White. So the 7-footer for Nevada sits temporarily. Williams with the basketball now off the inbounds. It actually went to Bailey, but he kicks it out to Williams. And he turns it over. They were steals. The easy pass to the basket is there. It's blocked by Williams, but they're going to call that a goaltend as that was blocked on, as that would win in. The basket would have went in by Garrett's, and that was blocked on the way up by Williams. That's a goaltend. 2 points for the Cougs. 16-11 Washington.
Yeah, and Williams got up there, but luckily that ball was up over the cylinder. Garrett gets credit for that basket.
Rollison now just gets it across midcourt. Over to Bailey. Back over to Williams. Over to Bailey. Weber guarding him. Jumps up, wants the ball. But he's able to find Lowry. Kicks it out to Williams. Williams, free throw line jumper. That was a weird angle on the shot. That's because he got fouled by, I believe that was on that time. Morton. That's his second foul. 17 foul. Nevada's in the bonus. Morton, or Nevada's in the bonus. They'll be shooting 2 free throws after the under 8 media timeout. So 7:55 left until halftime. The Cougars lead Nevada 16-11. This is Washington State men's basketball on Cage. The student voice of the Blues. All right, we're back out of the media timeout. 7:55 left in the first half. Washington State 16, Nevada 11 before we went to the break. Jerome Morton committed a personal foul as the Nevada player was going up for the shot. At this shooting foul, that's going to be 17 fouls on Washington State. Nevada in the bonus. It'll be a 1-and-1 coming for Vaughn Weems out of Federal Way. Actually, he'll be shooting 2. First shot is up and good. It's 16-12 now. Washington State. Vaughn Williams so far this year is shooting 60% from the free throw line. And that number just went up as he sinks both free throws. It's now 16-13. Washington State. Hildebrandt gets the inbound. Gives it off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Garrett. Gets it across half court. Favors fakes the three, kicks it back out to Garrett over to Rodriguez. Back over to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt couldn't tell that the shot or pass. I think that was a shot, but either way, it's no good. Rebound Nevada. That's Rollison goes up for the layup. Doesn't go. One to contact. No foul. Rebound Cougs. Favors is out of bounds. He gets it back. Keeps it in. Takes it out to Hildebrandt for three. That's no good. That goes out of bounds. They're going to say that's off of Nevada, so it's going to. So luckily for the Cougs, they maintain possession.
Cougs getting pressed here early by Nevada, doing a really good job of breaking it so far. We saw him struggle with it quite a bit against Chaminade down in Maui.
And on that inbound pass, we have an offensive foul call on the Cougs. They're going to call that on Emily on the inbounds for an illegal screen. You usually never see an offensive foul on inbounds. But that was the case there. That's the 8th team foul for Cougs this half. 2 more points in the double bonus and 2 free throws the rest of the half. It's Rollison. Back over to Price. Price being guarded heavily by Alaho. He goes up for the shot. Where's contact? No good. But that was tipped in by Elijah Price. So it's back down to a 1-point lead for Washington State, 16-15 now. Rodriguez with the ball, takes it over to Hildebrandt. Top of the key for Garrett, takes the three, takes it out to Duaho under the basket, around the world, doesn't go, rebound. Bryson Nevada with a chance to take the lead here. It's over to Rollison. Over to Price. Finds Bailey. Over on the right wing, over to Rollison. Top of the key being guarded by Rodriguez. Bailey. Free throw line jumper is good. Nevada takes their first lead of the game. It's 17-16. Wolf back.
Doing something here on offense. Stop this run.
Rodriguez tries to the lane. Less contact. And the foul call doesn't get it. Just maintain possession. And now we have a stoppage in play here. Let's see what this is about.
Looks like you're going to get leans on the ground. Cardinal Brent.
And that's exactly what it is. So that's going to be the second on Williams, the 16th foul. One more foul by Nevada puts WSU in the bonus. That's on the floor. Okafor checks back in after that foul. Comes in for Hildebrandt. And Cougs inbound is going to be Adria Rodriguez to do the inbound. Finds Joaho, almost loses it, but he's able to keep his hand on that ball. Over to Glass. Joaho kicks it out to Rodriguez. Almost loses it. Up to Gratterson. Tries to go behind the back. Okafor. Instead, he keeps himself. Doesn't get the first one to go. He gets it back. Second one goes, and a foul. And a chance at three for Tomas Rasterson. And they're going to call it on Elijah Price's first personal 17 foul. Wazoo is in the bonus now. Rasterson at the line. Chance to complete the three-point play. And he does just that. He makes the free throw. 19-17. Washington State. 5:50 left until halftime. Comer with the ball now. Drives the lane himself. That's an easy layup. Miscommunication by the Cougs defense there. Tied up at 19 now. It's over to Glass now. That's Okafor over to Rasterson. Finds Okafor. 16 on the shot clock. Okafor wants a foul. Oh, no call. Rasterson takes himself. Gets that one to go. And he's fouled, and he'll have a chance at another three-point play.
And Rasterson really been picking up the offensive tempo for the Cougs here early. Easily their leading scorer. He's got 9 thus far.
And they're going to call that on Caleb Lowry. That's going to be his second 18th foul. Double positions for both teams. We'll get us as soon as they come in. Rasterson at the line to chance to put the three-point play. He does not get it that time. 21-19 Cougs. For the Cougs, it's Parker Garrett coming in. For Andrea Rodriguez. For Nevada, it's Peyton White. coming in for Amir Robinson. Or Pete White and Amir Robinson coming in for Vaughn Williams and Caleb Lowry. Nevada has possession now. It's Comer. Jumper by Bailey's no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for, I believe, 2 shots. Yes, it'll be 2 shots. They're going to call down Ace Glass, his second personal 19 foul. Comer will be, Chuck Bailey will be at the line to shoot 2 for Nevada.
A couple Cougar guards in foul trouble here early. That's Glass's second. Jerome Morton on the bench with 2.
Bailey, prior to that first made free throw, was a 76% shooter from the free throw line. As checking back in for Nevada is going to be Miles Walker replacing Tayshawn Comer. Second free throw is coming up on the way for Chuck Bailey. He misses that one off the rim and out. 21-20. Washington State still in the lead. Thanks to that missed free throw. It's Ace Glass now. Driving to the lane. Wants contact on Bailey. And he's going to get it. And maybe not. I think they're going to call an offense. The foul on Glass there. Let's see what they call on that one. No, they're going to say Glass stepped out of bounds. That's a turnover. Back over to Nevada as he will come out. Jerome Moore will replace him. Inbound has arrived. It's Miles Walker with the ball now. Gets it across half court. Morton being very aggressive on defense. Kicks out in the corner for Robinson. Fakes the 3 over to Price. Being guarded by Okafor. Gets a little bit of contact with Okafor. No foul there, but he gets it to go anyways. Nevada retakes the lead 22-21, 4.5 left until halftime. Parker Garrett's out to Yamaha, fakes the 3. Heavy pressure put on there by Nevada. Going in for the steal is Miles Walker. Over Robinson, over to Price, who drives to the rim, or drives to the basket. Wants a foul call, doesn't get it. They're going to say out of bounds anyways off of Washington State. Nevada maintains possession.
Good hands there from, I believe it was Morton. Gets his hand on that basketball as Price is going up. Would have been an easy bucket. But Morton prevents an easy 2.
And Miles Walker on the inbounds gets it off the Price. A little bit. Runs into Morton, who falls down on the play, but he gets back up on his feet. And they're going to say that was off of Nevada. Price touched it last. So they're going to say Washington State ball inbounding from the baseline. It's going to be Yolaho to inbound.
Good break for the Cougs here. Looks like Morton touched that ball with his foot on the white line. Luckily, refs didn't see it. Ball goes Cooper's way.
Yolaho now gets it across the midcourt. Over to Morton. 4 minutes left here in the first half. Cougs trailing by 1, 22-21. Going up to try to steal it is Peyton White, but he gets a little too much contact there, and he's going to get called for the foul. Or that might actually go on Yolaho. Now they're going to call that on Miles Walker. That's his first personal 19 foul. Cougs will be shooting by 1-1 after the under 4 media timeout with 3:57 left here until halftime. Cougs trailing Nevada by 1, 22-21. We'll step aside and be back shortly. This is Washington State men's basketball on KUGR, the student voice of the Police. And we're back here out of the media timeout. Cougs trail Nevada by 1. It's 22-21 with 3:57 left here in the first half. It'll be Andy Okafor at the line to shoot a 1-1. So far this year, he's shooting 58% from the free throw line. Actually, it's going to be Yalaho to shoot the 1-1, not Okafor. So Yalaho shooting 55% from the free throw line up to this point. That shot is good. He has awarded one more free throw, and that ties this game up at 22. Cougs looking to retake the lead here on the second free throw, which is good. Cougs back in the lead 23-22, and Yalaho checks out. Ugbo will sub in for him. Inbound coming for Nevada. It's going to be Peyton White coming, or with inbound. Now it gets over to Walker, kicks out to White, back over to Walker. Gets it across midcourt. Thrasterson guarding him, not putting pressure on him. It's over to Chuck Bailey. In the corner for three is White. He takes that, kicks it out to Robinson on the other side for three. That's no good. Out of bounds off of Nevada Cougars basketball. Ugbo inbound. Approaching 3.5 minutes left here until halftime. Jerome Morton now over to Ugbo. Back over to Jerome Morton. He slips a little bit, causes the defender to slip a little bit. See, that's Miles Walker. Kicks out to Okafor. Out to Garrett. Top of the key for three. In and out. Rebound Nevada. That's Miles Walker. And wide open to the basket is Peyton White. Once contact, doesn't get it the first time. Goes up the second time and gets contact there. This will go on Washington State.
Unpacker on both ends of the floor. Cougs once again a really good look on that Andy Okafor kick out. Parker Garrett couldn't get the shot to fall in. Now, on the other end, get a double block from Thrasterson and Okafor. Unfortunately, Nevada gets the offensive board and ends up going to the line.
And they're going to call that on Ugbo. That's going to be a second personal. 10th team foul. Nevada's in the double bonus. 2 free throws the rest of the half for Nevada. Price is at the line. That first free throw is good. Checking in for Nevada is going to be Tyler Rollison, and checking in for the Cougs will be Ace Boss, replacing Parker Garrett. Price is shooting 66% from the free throw line so far this season. It's the second one to go. Nevada retakes the lead 24-28. Approaching 3 minutes left here in the first half. Rebound by Glass over to Ugbo. Back over to Thrasterson. Thrasterson tries to drive to the lane. Instead, kicks it out to Morton in the corner. Fakes the three over to Glass. Glass drives to the lane. Underhand. Reverse is no good. Rebound, Rollison in Nevada. Rollison gets a little contact once the foul, doesn't get it. Shot's no good. Rebound by Okafor. Glass now with the basketball. Fakes the three. Out to Thrasterson. Top of the key for three. In and out. Okafor tries to go for the rebound. But they're going to call it foul on the way down on, looks like Elias Price. And if that is who it is, that's going to be his second. And yes, that's his second personal. That's the 10th team foul. So now both teams in the double bonus. 2 free throws the rest of the half for both teams. It's going to be Andy Okafor at the line. Like we said earlier, shooting 58% from the line so far this season. First free throw off the backboard, no good. Cougs not able to tie it on the first one. It's no good on the second one. Checking back in is Jariah Coleman, the 7-1 center from Anchorage, Alaska. He checks in for Elijah Price. Okafor gets the second one to go. So Cougs will settle for the tie off for that second free throw. And Okafor will be going to the bench. Checking for him will be Rehards Favors with 2:26 left here in the first half. We are all tied up between Washington State and Nevada at 24. Inbounds comes to Rollison, gives it out to White, back over to Rollison, back over to White, back over to Rollison, back over to White. Finally in the hands of somebody else is Robinson, back over to Rollison. Now it's over to Bailey. White has it over to Bailey. Rollison top of the key for 3, no good. Takes a couple bounces, finally gets in the hands of Masterson. He off the rebound, drives to the lane, and throws that one down to easy. Cougs back in the lead, 26-24, 2 minutes left in the first half. Over to White, now it's Robinson. Robinson over to Tyler Rollison. Going to be a little hard with us. Robinson now over to Coleman. With his size, drives around the lane, doesn't get it to go. But with the size advantage, he'll get the foul drawn on him on Okafor. That's going to be his second personal. Coleman will go to the line for Nevada. So far this year, Coleman is shooting 52% from the free throw line. In his career, this year, he hasn't attempted a free throw until now, and that free throw is no good. So he misses the first free throw. Okafor comes out. Morton will check in for him. As Butch is trying to distract him by doing the worm behind the free throw line. Doesn't work that time as Coleman sinks the second one. It's 26-25, Washington State. 90 seconds left here until half time. Over to Morton now. Morton takes it out to Rasterson. Heavy pressure put on by 2 defenders. Out to for 3. That's good. Much needed 3 there by the Cougs. It's 29-25, Washington State.
And that's the guy the Cougs have got to get going. Emiliano shooting really well from 3 this year. They need to give him more open looks. Get him some extra points here in this ball game.
And that causes Steve Alford to take a 30-second timeout. The first timeout of the half for either team, but that's a much needed 3 by Brendan. What are you liking from the Cougs so far?
I think Cougs have been decent at controlling the tempo in this game. 8 turnovers, not great, not terrible. I'd like to see a little more protection of the ball here as we get down the stretch. Tomas Rasmussen has been a real bright spot today, Declan. 13 points, really efficient from the floor. I'd like to see him keep getting the ball in his hands.
Yeah, Rasmussen, his career high is 19 points, so he's 7 away. He's 7 away from breaking that. He's 6 from tying his career, 7 from setting a new career high. Inbounds in about out of the timeout here. It's Peyton White over to Tyler Rollison, back over to White. Kicks it out to Robinson, over to Rollison. Out to Bailey, top of the key. Over in the corner for Reese Robinson, back over to Bailey. 12 seconds on the shot clock, a minute left here in the first half. Cougs lead by 4, 29-25 over Nevada. Bailey, top of the key for 3, that's good. Nothing but net there. Cougs lead down to 1, 29-28 now. Masterson with the ball. Drives to the lane. Takes the jump shot, kicks it out to Garrett. Takes the 3. Finds Masterson back over to Garrett. In the corner. Drives to the lane. 13 seconds. Shot clock finds Masterson. 33 seconds on the game clock. 9 on the shot clock. Back over to Garrett. Cougs using all the time on the shot clock. Garrett's 3 seconds on the shot clock. To beat the shot clock, he gets it just in time on the shot clock. That's a 3 from Parker Garrett. 32-28, Cougs, 15 seconds left until halftime.
Big shot there from Parker Garrett. Shot clock winding down deep. 3, guy in his face, heavily contested. Great shot. There, guard.
3 seconds on the shot, 3 seconds on the clock. To beat the buzzer, that 3 for Amir Robinson is good, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. Close game here. At halftime, Cougs with a 1-point lead, 32-31. And Washington State win leading at the half this year. Well, I don't have that statistic, but I believe Washington State is pretty good so far, win leading at the half so far this season. As looking at the first half stats, Washington State 21 rebounds compared to 15 for Nevada. 3 steals for Nevada, 2 for the Cougs, 3 block shots for the Cougs, 1 for Nevada. Brendan, what do the Cougs need to do in the second Now,
looking at these stats here, Declan. Looks like the Cougs have been pretty effective off the fast break. Prevents them from getting in that press, which we know the Cougs have struggled with this year. Pushing the tempo is what they like to do. A very mobile team, Cougs have always been under Coach David Riley. I'd like to see him keep moving the ball, keep really working the tempo. I think that's going to benefit them in the second half. I was thinking he stopped fouling. Declan, 11 fouls in the first half. Gave them battle back 8 points at the free throw line. And with the team shooting 36% from the floor, you need to keep them shooting shots from the field and not getting free looks at the free throw line.
So the Cougs record when leading at the half this year, they are 2-2 when leading at the half this year. But can make it 3-2. Hopefully that is the case by the end of this game. But we will take a break and we will be back probably to look at other action going on around the WCC today. As Washington State leads Nevada at the half 32-31. We'll be back for a short halftime report after this. This is Washington State men's basketball on KHO, the student voice of the Blues. All right, we're back here inside of Beasley Coliseum at the half. 11 minutes less than the half. Washington State leads Nevada 32-31. Declan Curran back here with you to take you through the half time report. Just going to look at some other scores happening around the WCC today. Earlier today, we had St. Mary's traveling on the road to take on Davidson, who, as we know, knocked off the Cougs earlier this year. And St. Mary's won that one 70-61, getting 21 points from the Australian sophomore Joshua Dent, 13 rebounds from the 7-foot sophomore Andrew McKeever with 13 rebounds, and Dent with 5 assists. St. Mary's with that win improves to 9-1, with their only loss so far coming in the Battle for the Championship and to Vanderbilt. Going on right now in Tupelo, Mississippi, the San Francisco Giants taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Close one there with a minute left in regulation. San Francisco leads that one 61-59. Over on the west side of the state, coming up at 5 o'clock, the Seattle U men, the newest team in the WCC this year, is at home hosting the UTEP Miners. Seattle U's at 6-2 on the year. UTEP sitting at 3-4. Seattle U being led by Braden Maldonado, the senior from Anchorage, Alaska, averaging 16.4 points per game. And rounding out the WCC men's action today, we have just up the road here, a couple hours from us here at Beasley. In Spokane, we have the Gonzaga Bulldogs back home, hosting the North Florida Ospreys. Zags, as you can imagine, heavy favorites in that one. 47.5 points. Gonzaga coming in on the year 8-1. They are second in the conference right now. Obviously, conference hasn't started, but overall records, Gonzaga is second in the conference behind St. Mary's. 9-1. Gonzaga being led by Graham Ike at 16.4 points per game. So we should have some fun WCC action coming up later today. So switching over to the women's side of things. St. Mary's women earlier today got a win on the road at Grand Canyon by a score of 62-54. Led by senior guard Malia Latu's 18 points to go along with 3 rebounds, no assists. With that win, St. Mary's improves to 7-4, which is currently 4th overall in the conference. Oregon State, that over in Corvallis, that one just wrapped up. Oregon State hosting Division II Alaska Anchorage out of the GNAC, and Oregon State wins 69-53, led by the senior guard Tiara Gordon's 23 points. And she had 6 rebounds, 5 assists in that on Oregon State improves to 6-4, which is currently 6th in the conference overall. Pacific on the road at San Diego State. That one just went final. San Diego State wins it by 2, 70-68. Pacific falls to 4-5 in that game. Pacific led by Sydney Ward, 17 points. Pacific now falls towards the bottom of the standings. They drop into 8th in the conference. Utah State, San Diego, that's at halftime in San Diego. San Diego leads Utah State 45-35, San Diego being led so far by Isla Williams, the 6th freshman from Las Vegas, New Mexico, with 12 points. And also, in another sport, the college football playoff rankings and voting were announced today, and Washington State knows that they will be playing. It will be the famous Idaho Potato Bowl Monday, December 22nd. They will take on the Utah State Aggies. Up at 11 a.m. on ESPN. So we certainly look Washington State success in that one. All right, 6.5 minutes left until the second half. We'll be back for the second half of this action between Washington State and Nevada. Washington State was a 1-point lead, 32-31. All right. We are back here at Beasley Coliseum, about ready to start the second half between Washington State and Nevada. Washington State with the 32-31 lead. Leading the way for Washington State so far with 13 points. Tomas Rasmussen. And for Nevada, we have Chuck Bailey and Elijah Price both back, or leading the way for Nevada at 8 points. Nevada will get the ball to start the second half, and to tell you all about it for the second half, here is Brendan Doumit.
Thank you, Declan. Pleasure to be here with you all today. We got a 32-31 ball game on our hands. Cougs lead by 1. As Declan said, led by Tomas Rasmussen there in the first half with those 13 points. Cougs appear to be running a 3-2 zone to come out and start the second half. The number 12 pitch on. Come with the ball up top. Whistle early. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds. Ball to Nevada. Comer with the ball up top. Gets over on the wing. Gets back up top to Weems. Left wing Lowry. Weems back up top, driving on Favors. Turnaround spin move jumper, no good. Offensive board for Nevada. Well, caroling around the lane. Bailey ends up picking up the loose ball, makes the layup. Blasting ball for the Cougs. It's over to Morton, to Yalaho, to Favors. Left wing. Favors swings it back over to Glass. Tries to slip to Yalaho. Yalaho unable to get it, and Bailey throws it down over Glass. Nevada up by 3.
Yeah, well, yeah, tons of miscommunication there by the defense. They were not expecting that on the turnover. That's about as easy as a dunk as it can get for Chuck Bailey.
Yeah, Cougs need to avoid that here in the second half. Yalaho right wing hands it off to Morton. Top of the key, trying to kick it back into Yalaho, can't find him. Shot clock winding down. Yalaho the ball on the block, spin. Tries to kick it to Favors. Wide open look for 3 is good from the left wing. Right on Favors.
Yeah, that was right at the buzzer too. Great awareness by Favors to wait for the shot clock gets down, beat the buzzer, and drain the 3.
Bailey right wing guarded by Morton. Over to Comer. Comer trying to direct traffic. Here comes the screen. Bailey back with the ball on the right wing. Another screen by Price. Bailey driving baseline. Blocked by ND Oakfor out of bounds. And another block for ND. That's his 3rd on the day. Out of bounds, Nevada basketball on the baseline. Tie game 35-35 ball game after that Favors 3. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Out the pass goes to Lowry. Kicks to Comer. 5 on the shot clock. On ND Oakfor. Step back 3 from Comer. Over the outstretched hand is good. Pretty good defense by ND Oakfor there with better offense.
Yeah,
Comer.
Yeah, Comer was wide open there. Oakfor just backed up, and there was no Coug within the vicinity. That's an easy deep 3 there for Comer.
Morton slips it to ND Oakfor. Pass gets tipped around. Ball bodies on the floor. Price comes out with it for Nevada. Comer driving on Yalaho. That basket's good. Finger roll with the left hand off the glass. 5-point game. Now Nevada up 40-35.
Yeah, their biggest lead of the game. Cougs are making a lot of mental errors now. There's another. Well, that one was almost turned over there, but luckily for the Cougs, Nevada was the last one on that one.
Ball taken out of bounds there. Got a bounce there by Weems. Cougs at the ball baseline. Last to inbound. 21 up on the shot clock. Tipped away by Lower looking for Yalaho. And here comes Tomas Rasmussen in for Favors.
Yeah, he only needs 7 points to new career high. His career high is 19 points. He's sitting on 13 right now.
Inbound goes to ND Oakfor. Off the glass. Glass dribbling around to the top. Key. It's to Morton left wing inside to Oakfor. And there's a foul. That's going to go on Lowry. Appears to be a shooting foul. Foul does go on Lowry.
Yeah, that's going to be his 3rd, first of the half for the Cougs. And like said, who's going to the line? It's going to be, looks like Okafor. And the Thrashers prayer actually this year was, the Thrashers prayer was actually set this year as Okafor knocks down the first free throw. Thrashers prayer was actually set this year in the St. Thomas game when he scored 19.
Okafor, second free throw on the way is good. Makes both, which is nice to see. Okafor's had his fair share of struggles at the line this year.
He definitely has.
Comer driving up, gets to low. Pump takes a shot, gets over to Weems, right wing, guarded by Glass. Weems back to Comer. Comer for three, left wing is good. Rasmussen a little late on the contest.
Yeah, little miscommunication there. The defense Rasmussen got over, but that was too late for the Cougs.
Morton slips it to Rasmussen there. It's an easy bucket. Good response there from the Cougars. Nice pass from Jerome Morton.
Yeah, Cougs are going to need to see more of that if they want to come back. If they want to come behind and end up victorious.
Quick three from the back. No good. Von Weems on the miss. Okafor running the floor. Showing up the handles there. Kicks it to Yalaho. Nice driving. Gets it to Rasmussen over left wing. Ace Glass floater is up. No good. A little strong back iron. Rebound goes to Weems. Nevada back at the floor. Trying to push tempo here. Bailey driving on Rasmussen. Nice move. Can't complete the layup.
Yeah.
The Cougs.
Yeah, you want to contact there. There was no foul. To me, that didn't look like that was worthy of any contact. That looked pretty clean to me.
Rasmussen, little bump. Jumper from the free throw line. No good. Weems with the rebound. A little bit of a careless pass to Comer. Also goes out of bounds. Able to take care of it. Comer just now crossing half court. Driving on Morton. Step back. Passes it over to. That's going to be Price. Price drives in, gets fouled. It's going to be a blocking foul. Goes on Andy Okafor.
Yeah, that's going to be his third for Okafor. The first of the half of the Cougs as we hit the under 16 media time.
This is WSU basketball on KUGR. Welcome back to WSU basketball here on KUGR. We got just under 60 minutes left to play in the second half. Cougs down by 4 to the Nevada Wolfpack, 43-39. And Declan, Cougs a little stagnant on offense here to start the second half. What do we need to see from them to get back into this ballgame?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said earlier, they have committed way too many turnovers. Obviously, they have a little too much miscommunication here so far. That's led to wide open shots for Nevada. Cougs need to communicate just a little bit more.
Elijah Price at the line for 2. First one is good. At the line after that shooting foul on Andy for his 3rd, which means he has to go take a seat on the bench in foul trouble. Ubo comes in for him.
Yep, he's the first Cougs foul trouble, but the Cougs also have 3 players with 2 fouls. Ubo, Morton, and Glass.
Second free throw hits the front rim and goes in. Nevada now up by 6.
And Caleb Lowry also has 3 fouls for Nevada. He is on the bench right now as well.
Adrian Rodriguez also checking in for the Cougs. Ubo in trouble. On the half-court trap, gets it to Rodriguez, kicks to Morton. Left wing. Tomas Rasmussen with the basketball. 12 on the shot clock. He's over Rodriguez, right wing. Back up to Morton up top. 7 seconds. Rasmussen driving. Trying to create space. Off the glass, it goes in. Little float layup for Tomas Rasmussen. Another basket for him.
And Rasmussen now at 17, so he's only 3 away from setting a new career high.
Comer driving. Pull-up jumper. No good. Ball at the top of the backboard. Gets a Nevada bounce. Goes straight to Weems, who lays it up and in over Ubo.
Yeah, a little bit of another miscommunication there. I don't think the Cougs communicated on which guy should get the rebound, so nobody was there. That's an easy putback for Williams, easy 2 points for the Wolfpack.
Rasmussen driving. Gets contact. Fouls call on Weems.
Yeah, that's going to be his 3rd as well, so now he's in foul trouble. That's 2nd team foul, so they're going to keep Williams there for now, and just as soon as I say that, he comes out.
Chuck Bailey coming in for Vaughn Weems. Adrian Rodriguez inbound the basketball. Gets into Ubo, who hands it back off right to Rodriguez. Ubo sets the screen. Rodriguez in trouble. Needs help. Finds it. Yalaho on the handoff. Yalaho driving. Turnaround fadeaway jumper off the front. Iron no good. Price with the rebound. Headed back to that way. Amir Robinson checking into the game. He's got the basketball. Gets to Comer. Standing on top of that Cougar logo just past half court. Driving left on Morton. Trying to create some space. Gets the shot up and somehow goes in. Comer lost the ball there for a second. But gets it back. Puts it up. But in off the front iron. Morton turnaround jumper. No good front iron. Yalaho with the rebound. Ubo, good look for 3. That's no good. Masterson coming in from behind. Gets it out of bounds. Nevada basketball.
CSS coming in for the Cougs. We got Hildebrand and Favors checking back in. Looks like Yalaho's going to go to the bench, and Morton as well.
Cougs need offense here desperately.
Yes, they do.
Starting to grow 8 points largely in the game. The Wolfpack. Comer guarded by Rodriguez just past half court. Nevada slowing the game down a little bit, setting up some offense. Robinson for 3. That one is good. Double-digit lead, 11-point lead for the Wolfpack, 52-41.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they hasn't called a timeout just yet, but it's probably getting pretty close to coming here.
Rasmussen drives the lane. Foul on the layup attempt there. That's on Peyton White. Rasmussen to go to the line for 2. 13 foul on the Wolfpack.
Actually, they're going to call that on Chuck Bailey. That's going to be his 1st. 3rd, but yes, that is a 13 foul.
So coming in for the Wolfpack. It's number 2, Miles Walker. Checking in for Comer.
And if Rasmussen made the first free throw, he makes the 2nd one. He has tied his career high set earlier this year with 19 against St. Thomas.
He doesn't get it to go, though. 18 for Rasmussen. 10-point game. Nevada basketball off the rebound. Walker, right wing. Push it back to the left side of the floor. Gets to Robinson. Robinson kicks to Bailey, left wing, guarded by Ace Glass. High post to Price. Price driving on Ubo. Shot off the glass, no good. Neighbors with rebound. Cougs trying to push the tempo. Neighbors, coast to coast. Gets the finger roll to go. Nice move there from Neighbors.
Yeah, we've been talking about miscommunication for the Cougs. There was miscommunication by the Wolfpack. Completely folded defense. Masterson just got the rebound, drove down the length of the court. and laid it up, and that's the easiest lay they will ever have.
Walker kicks it to the corner, three-pointer, no good for Peyton White. Ball kicks back out to Nevada, another offensive board. Corner three, another one from here, Robinson.
Yeah. He's fired up after that. He's up to 11 points now. Third leading scorer on the team behind Comer and Bailey so far.
Favors to answer, no good on the right side of the iron. Rebound Nevada.
And Robinson already broke his career high, which was 6 points. He's now to 11 now, so that's his career high.
Another three on the way. That one's good from Elijah Price. Threes are remaining here at Beasley Coliseum.
Yeah, Price now it's at 13 on that one, and he's 5 away from his career high. He's at 17 points. And yep, right on cue there. I called it. There comes a timeout by David Riley. He does not like what he's seeing right now by the Cougs.
Cougs getting killed. On second chance points. Too many offensive rebounds here for the Wolves. Back early in the second half. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Our under 12 media time out. This is WSU basketball on KGR. Welcome back to second half action. WSU basketball here versus the Nevada Wolfpack. This is KGR. Nevada on a run currently to start the second half. The story has been the three-pointers that they've made here. Shoot 47% from the three-point line in this game. The Cougars 25, and that's been the difference. Cougs down by 14.
Yeah. Nevada's on a 6-0 run here over the last 33 seconds. Cougs would like to stop that.
Yalaho for three. No good. Too little too strong. There's a foul on the ground.
Yeah, forgot the rebound. And luckily, because of the foul, it saved another turnover.
Number 6, Caleb Lowry. That's his fourth personal.
Yes, it is. 14 fouls. Well, and we have another media timeout, ironically. This is the under 12 media timeout. The first one was the first time out of the half.
You know, we'll go ahead and we'll stick with you here. Cougs only shooting 41% in this ball game, and that's not going to win a whole lot of games. Compared to Nevada's 43. Cougs also losing the turnover margin 10-3. Turnovers have been an issue for them all year.
Yeah, they definitely have.
And Nevada's gotten a lot of second chance points in this game, Declan.
Yes, they have gotten a lot of second chance points, especially on those missed shots when they get the rebounds. There's no, there's no Washington State player within the vicinity. They are not communicating well, which is causing the second chance points for Nevada. And for the Cougs, it's not just rebounding, but everything in general. With conference play 3 weeks away, especially when the January 15th game against Gonzaga comes, they are going to want to clean this up because Gonzaga has the potential to beat Washington State by at least 50 if Washington State does not clean up these mental errors.
And it's worth mentioning Nevada without their top scorer today, Corey Camper Jr. not suited up. Late scratch sitting on the bench in warm-ups.
Yeah, that's definitely a bonus for Washington State, but unfortunately for Washington State, the other two top scorers, Tayshaun Comer and Elijah Price, are playing, and they have a combined 27 points here in this game. They're just becoming a dominant 1-2 punch that Washington State just cannot figure out right now.
And Chuck Bailey III steps up in a big way for the Wolfpack. They playing a lot of minutes in Camper's absence. He's got 12 on 5 of 9 shooting.
Yes, he does have. Yeah, for some reason, I missed his career high, but I'm sure if he hasn't already passed it, he's close to passing it. As I would assume that Lowry is going to be sitting, and yes, he is. He's sitting on 4 fouls right now. He'll probably be sitting, if not for the whole game, at least until there's like 2 minutes left.
Back to action. We got Glass, Yalaho, Rasmussen, Neighbors, and Okafor on the floor for the Cougs.
The positive thing for Nevada is if Lowry fouls out, he's not much of an impact. He hasn't scored any points today, so it wouldn't be a huge loss for Nevada as like it would be if Bailey, Price, Comer, or Robinson were foul.
Yalaho double down the post, keeps it back after Rasmussen gets to Glass. Okafor slips the screen. Glass from 3 deep. No good. Didn't hit the rim. Yalaho saves it. Straight to a Nevada player. Bailey driving on Rasmussen. Goes up. Huge block by ND Okafor.
Yeah, what a block about with his size, especially on Bailey. He just gets up there with a massive block, looking like Giannis over there. Unfortunately for the Cougs, it went out of bounds in the wrong direction, but that's a big block there by Okafor.
Okafor's 4th block on the day. Nevada inbounds the ball. Gets it to number 2, Miles Walker. Guarded by Ace Glass. Nevada setting up their off. Send ball now to the left wing. Kicks down to White in the corner. Robinson left wing over the right wing. Walker spins on Glass. Shot up. No good. Off the Glass front rim. Rebound goes to the Cougs. Glass pushing ball up the floor. Gets it over to Yellow right wing. Over to Rasmussen. Staying right on the field court sign. There's a foul. That one's going to go on White.
We're just going to put him on the in the stat sheet in terms of fouls. That's his first, the 15th foul for Nevada. 2 more, but Washington State in the bonus.
Glass inbounds. Okafor gets it right back to Glass. Pull up jumper. That one is too strong. Cougs can't get anything fall here, but an offensive board from Okafor. Looks like a lot of contact. No foul called. And ball goes out of bounds. They say Nevada ball. Cougs very upset about that. They want the ball.
Yeah, well, Miles Walker was trying to sell that one to the rest. He was arguing that it was off Washington State, and he was indeed correct. That went off Washington State Nevada ball. David Riley is not too happy about that. He's not livid, but he's heated about it, and now he's starting to get a little heated. He called it timeout. I think he wants to call a timeout so that he can challenge it. He's very adamant that it was off Nevada Washington State ball.
Yeah, and the coach's challenge being introduced to college basketball here recently. Looks like Riley's going to use his challenge here.
Yeah, and since he called it 30-second timeout, if he gets this wrong, I believe he loses another timeout, which would mean he'd be out of timeout.
10-12 left to play here in the second half. Cougs down 58-44 to Nevada Wolfpack.
Actually, I don't think he did. He did call a timeout. The board still shows 2 timeouts left for Washington State, which is what I have. So I don't think he called a timeout. He just asked the rest to challenge this. But if he does get it wrong, he will lose a timeout, and he will only have 1 left.
Cougs sitting at 3-6, 2-2 at home this year, trying to get into the winning percentage here at home. Got a lot of work to do here.
Yeah, and especially when you consider the fact that your next opponent is a former Pac-12 foe awaiting you next Sunday at their house. It's the team that ended up winning the Maui Invitational that WSU almost faced USC. It's on deck for the Cougs sitting at 8-1. They should be 9-0, but their most recent loss was to the Cougs' biggest rival, the Washington Huskies. Washington's first win over USC since before the COVID pandemic, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
Officials still taking a look at this. We have all three officials over there. Tony Padilla, Randy McCall, and Michael Monica are all over at the monitor looking at this one. Now Randy McCall finally backs away because he has the ball in his hand. He's going over to top of David Riley. Padilla and Monica still over at the monitor, which leads me to believe that since they're... Well, I was going to say that leads me to believe that they're going to return this call. Riley looked like a little frustrated, like they weren't going to return the call, but...
Last standing on the baseline. Looks like it's going to be Cougar basketball here.
Yeah, which one's surprising because they're still looking at the monitor. Usually if it takes this on, they're going to return the call. And now Padilla goes over to talk to the scorer's table.
And we mentioned Ace last standing, they're getting ready about the ball. That's something Cougs really need to get going here. Glass only 1 for 7 from the floor today. Just 2 points. He's been their leading scorer all season. He's got to figure something out here in the second half of the second half.
Yeah,
win this ball.
Yeah, Glass really began the Cougs leading scorer all season after that 40 piece against Arizona State, which was a good game. Came down to the wire. Ultimately, it was too late for Washington State because there's also another guy that exists. His name is Mo. He dropped 20 piece on Washington State, and the Cougs did win that challenge.
Now goes to Yalaho. Hits a nice little baby hook. Cuts the lead to 12.
So luckily for David Riley, because he won that challenge, he gets to keep both of his 2 remaining timeouts as opposed to only having 1 left.
White in the corner. Nevada swinging the ball around, gets to Bailey, left wing. Up Comer back in the game now for the bull pack. Goes behind his back, trying to work 1-on-1 on Glass. Gets a little bit of space, 3-pointer up, no good. Ball tipped around. It's going to stay with Nevada, and there's another second chance for Nevada. Absolutely killing the Cougs in the second half.
Yeah, unlike that last unlike that last out of bounds as Garrett comes in for Travis. And here, that one looked pretty obvious off of Washington State. No contest on that one. That one's clearly out of bounds off of Washington State, Nevada basketball.
Comer inbounds it. It's Price. Price working on Okafor. Tipped away by Parker. Garrett's now in the game, and nice step through there. Easy layup for Price.
Yeah, Okafor wasn't aware when Okafor wasn't aware that Price lost the ball. Price was able to get right back on it. Mental mistake by the Cougs.
Favors driving baseline. It's fouled. That's going to be on Von Weems.
That's his fourth as well. So now we have 2 guys on 4 fouls with Lowry and Williams. Williams will probably be going to NESU. Will be Tyler Rollison coming in to check in for him after next dead ball.
Ball down to Okafor. Working on Price. Hands it off to Garrett. Gets it back into Okafor. Trying to do some work on White. Jump hook. No good. Just off the back iron. That's been the story for the Cougs in the second half. Just haven't been able to get shots to fall on good looks. Comer. Jumper from the elbow. No good. Rebound Yalaho. Trying to push the tempo here for the Cougs. Hands it off Favors. Kicks it to Glass over to Garrett's right wing. Okafor down in the corner. Looking for Yalaho. Oh, can't find him. Gets it back to Garrett's. Garrett's now double team. Okafor. Hands it off to Favors over to Garrett.
Yeah, the Cougs are really taking their time.
Good look here for Glass off the key. That's good. Cougs absolutely needed that ace. Glass for 3. That's lead to 11, 60-49. 8 minutes left to play in the second.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Cougs needed that to spark any momentum, and they're down by 11. They're going to need a ton more of those. Not just from Glass, but for everybody.
Comer gets to Bailey. Gets Endy to bite on the fake. Another offensive rebound. Wide open look for Comer. Bakes it. And definitely not intentional.
Yeah.
He gets the 3. pointer to go.
Yeah, I think he was trying. I don't know if he was trying to miss that or not, but yeah, that was definitely not intentional.
Official timeout. Parker Garrett's a little shaken up. Looks like he got hit in the face. Gives a thumbs up to the Cougar bench. David Riley's going to stay in the ball game.
Yeah. Vaughn Williams is not. He's sitting on 4 fouls. He's coming out and also coming in front of that is the guy he hasn't really had much impact on this game. But strength aside, you want to be aggressive on him. It's the 6'8", 6-year forward from San Diego, Caleb Lowry. He hasn't had any points yet in this game, but he's coming in with 4 fouls.
Refs are discussing something here.
Yeah, not quite sure what this discussion is about, but of course, it's something that David Riley doesn't like. He's contesting that call with Tony Padilla. He's not, and it looks like he's going to call both teams to their benches here with 8:02 left.
Refs again going to the monitor here.
Yeah, unlike the last time, we're not quite sure what this is about.
And as the teams head out to the court for the timeout, we're going to take a little break. This is Washington State basketball here on KUGR, our sports network. Welcome back. Here, 8:02 left to play here in the second half. Here on KUGR.
Yeah, Nevada with a big lead here, 16, 63-49 on Washington State. Dudes are running out of time here. We still don't know what that review was about, but it looks like it's going in the Cougs' favor. It was probably an out of bounds again. That looks like again goes in favor of Washington State here.
Yellowhood inbound into Glass. Back over to Yellowhood. Back to Glass. Nevada in a little bit of a three-quarter court press there. Gets to Garrett's. Yellowhood, top of the key. Back to Glass. Trying to create some space. Doesn't get much. Over to Garrett's right wing. Down to Okafor in the corner. 7 on the shot. Clock. Who's got to get a shot up? Garrett's inside to Okafor. Gets it stripped by Comer.
Yeah, there was like a little bit of contact there, and Okafor is down, but he's I feel like he's right back up. Glass and Yolanda helped him up. Yeah, Okafor wanted contact there. That looks like there could have been a whistle there, but the officials did not agree with Okafor. No whistle on that one.
Shot clock violation. Going to be Nevada basketball. Ball into Comer. Cougs now in a little bit of pressure of their own. Dropping back now. Glass on Comer. Lowry tries to slip the screen. They get it over to him.
Yeah, there could have been a little bit of contact there, too. That could have been an easy foul on Ace Glass there.
Price at the ball.
And that's
That's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, that's an over and back violation. Yeah, that's over and back violation. Or that's a over and back dribbling violation by Price. Went over the midcourt, or went over the midcourt line, stepped back, which you're not supposed to do. Once you get over the midcourt line, you have to stay there, otherwise it's automatic turnover. Which in that case it was Washington State basketball.
Tomas Rasmussen checking back in for the Cougs. He's got the ball now. Hits it right back to Glass. Cougs love to do that dribble handoff. We've seen a lot of those tonight. There's another one. And the for Ace Glass, who shoots a deep three. He's got it. Ace Glass. Big shot there. And that's at least 3 or 4 feet behind the three.
That's on the second made three today for Glass. He's 2 of 6 from 3. He's at 8 now, but Rasmussen just checked back in the game. Needing only 2 more points to set a new career high.
Cougs need to stop. Here, Vavers on Bailey, and he turns it over out of bounds. Cougar basketball.
Yeah, well, that'll work for Washington State. Back in front of Nevada, Peyton White. Sitting on only 1 foul. Coming out is Caleb Lowry, which is the right decision. Now you have Budger. Guys with 4 fouls on the bench. Lowry and
bad pass there from Yala. Turnover. Pass it straight to Comer. Yellow on the foul.
Yeah, that's not the guy you want to foul. He's leading score at 17 this far. For a lot of that. That's only his second, but Cougs have been much better at not fouling the opponent. That's only the second team foul that happened for the Cougars.
And Yala, just kind of careless pass there on that press. Gives it straight to Comer, trying to get it to Ace Glass cross court.
Really, the only thing the Cougars are winning so far in this game is the foul numbers in the second half. Nevada 6, Cougars only have 2. Something that obviously Washington State will have to see.
Comer makes both free throws, pushes it back to a 13-point game.
Yeah, we got Morton checking in here for Yalaho. Morton is currently sitting on no points. So Cougs like to get him on the scoreboard. Him, Coug, both and Rodriguez. The only Cougs not on the scoreboard yet this far.
Rasmussen gives it to Okafor. He gets to Morton. Morton's on the left wing. Passes it up to Glass. Center court. Glass trying to create some space. Nice spin move there. Gets a shot from the WCC logo. But that jumper is just a little too strong. Rebound Nevada. Comer up the floor. Slips it into Price, and there's a foul call. Didn't appear to be a whole lot of contact there, but enough that the officials deemed it was a foul. And that's going to go on Andy for his 4th. And in comes Emmanuel Ugo.
Yeah, obviously, Okafor hasn't had his best game yet this year. He's only at 5 points, but Cougs would like to have him stay in this game. He's a foul trouble with 4 fouls. He'll be on the bench for a while. That's only 13 fouls for Washington State this half.
Rolison inbounds to White, who airballs the baseline jumper. Goes right back to Rolison, who kicks it out to Comer for 3. Another 3-pointer for Tayshawn Comer.
Yeah, that gets him up to 22. That's and his career 23, so he's only 2 points away from setting a new career high.
Glass off the key guard closely by Comer. Glass on the drive. It's contact. Foul called on the bump as he was crossing the left elbow.
It looks like they're going to call that on Rollison, which is going to be his second.
And that's going to put the Cougs in the bonus. Ace Glass to the line, shooting 1-1.
And yes, you're correct on that. That puts him in the bonus. That's a 17th foul in Nevada.
First free throw for Glass is good. 15-point game, 68-53, 5:23 left to play.
Yeah, the Cougs free throw numbers looking much better in this game at 73% from the line. Glass is shooting. He's the guy who won the free throw line for the Cougs. He's before those 2 made free throws. He was shooting 94% from the free throw line this year. Definitely the best free throw shooter for Washington State.
Second free throw is good. 14-point game now. White top. Key guard closely by Morton. It's over to Rollison. Back to Comer. Slips it over to Rollinson, almost turned over, able to corral it. Gets it down to Price, and a foul is called. Scramble for the basketball, and that goes on Ace Glass. It's going to be a reaching foul.
Yeah, that's his third, so now he's in foul trouble as well. That's 14 foul on Washington State. So now we have Glass and Okafor in foul trouble for Washington State.
Rollinson inbounding for the Wolfpack, gets it to White on the baseline, guarded by Rasmussen. White spins on Rasmussen, goes baseline, gets a good look, layup no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws after the foul.
And that's my boss. That's number 4 on him, and indeed it is. That's number 4 on Ace Glass. That's 5 team fouls on 2. So if you're the Cougs, the last thing you need is Ace Glass fouling out of this game. I know he only has 10 points. You might be saying, well, 10 points is not much. Well, you have Arizona State game. He scored 40 points, and he did a good job not getting in foul trouble, but Washington State needs him to stay in this game. That's why he's coming out for Yalaho right now.
In comes Yalaho. So the 5 for the Cougs is Morton, Rasmussen, Davers, Yalaho, and Ukbo.
3 of the 4 players out there are transfers this year for Washington State.
Second free throw for White is good. Makes both. Ukbo inbounds to Morton. Nevada's still in that press. Finds Rasmussen in midcourt. Cougs break that pretty easily. Set up their offense now. Yalaho top of the key. Trying to find a teammate. Uses the dribble. Hands it off to Rasmussen. Rasmussen driving on White. Kicks back out to Favors. Favors looking for a shot. Can't find one. Back out to Morton. Morton tries to go up. Comer gets his hand in. They call a foul on Comer as Morton was trying to go up for a shot.
Yeah. Well, too much contact there for Comer. That's an obvious foul. They're calling it by the officials. For Comer, that's going to be personal foul. Or actually, they're going to call that on Rollison, but that's going to be personal foul number 3 on him. 18 fouls on Nevada. So you have Rollison with 3, Weems with 4, and Lowry with 4 for Nevada.
Morton misses the first free throw. But even so, Nevada can't afford to send the Cougs to the free throw line. Stops the clock and gives them a chance at 3 points. If you're Nevada, you got to play clean here. That's 4:30 to close this game.
Yeah, you can say that the same about the Cougs. Nevada's at 82% from the free throw line, as Cougs not 2% after Morton makes the second free throw.
Bailey and Comer pass it back and forth to each other. Easily break the Cougar press. Back to Comer. At the edge of the Cougar head, just past half court. Moves over to the right, pushes it back towards center court. Guarded by Morton. Comer crossing over, pass to Rollison, right wing. Rollison takes it to the hole, trying to get past Ubo, slips it to White, who gets fouled. Ubo not happy with that call. He thought that was clean.
Yeah, they're probably going to call it on him. No, they're going to call that on. No, wow, that's going to be number 3 for him. That's team foul number 6 for Washington State. They're not in the bonus yet, but it was a shooting foul. And so now you have Yalaho, Glass, and Okafor in foul trouble for Washington State. That sends Peyton White to the line for Nevada.
White back at the line after making 2 on their last trip. First one is good.
White shooting 72% from the line this year so far. We have Ace Glass coming back in with 4 fouls. Rasmussen comes out needing just 2 more points for his career high. Unless he comes back in, doesn't look like he's going to get it. It looks like it'll be 19.
Ubo gets the Glass back to Ubo. Ubo, baseball pass to Yalaho, too high. That goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, trying to get to Yalaho. I don't think I was going to throw it too high, but obviously for Washington State, you don't want that. That's
another unforced error for the Cougs. Another turnover. 17-point game here at Beasley Coliseum. This is the under 4-minute timeout. You're listening to WSU Basketball here on KUGR Network. back. 3:53 to play. 17-point ball game here. Cougs need some offense, and they need some offense fast if they're going to try to make this ball game.
Yeah, they've been down virtually this entire half. They were up 1 coming to halftime. And if you would think that was rough matchup for the Cougs, but it has not so far.
Bailey didn't have the Wolfpack. It's Rolison. Rolison hands it back to Comer. And you would think that Nevada's going to be in no rush.
And looking for the Cougs. Rosterson checks back in. They need just 2 points for Spur High. Let's see if he gets it here in the last 3.5 minutes.
Comer right wing guarded by Rosterson. Driving, spins, fades. That shot. Rims in and out. Rebound Glass. Glass pushing.
A little bit of a shot there by Rosterson. That wasn't too severe, though.
Last hesitations. Steps back, three-pointer, no good. Off the rebound, Yalaho, who slams it home. Emily Yalaho with the offensive board and the put back dunk.
Yeah, that's what the Cougs need, but they're still down by 15 here with 3 minutes left. It's starting to turn into too little, too late for Washington State here.
Comer right wing, he's led away for Nevada offensively today. Gets to White in the corner. Back to Comer. Comer putting a move on Rasmussen. 5 on the shot clock. Comer's going to step back, puts one up, and that one is good. Sean Comer is having a day.
And that is now his career high at 24 points, passing the 23.
Looking for a double by the two Nevada bigs. Throws it right to Rolison for Nevada. Another turnover for the Cougs. 2:20 to play. Nevada slowing it down a lot now. 74-57. Rice with the ball. Swings to Comer, down into White on the baseline, guarded by Yalaho. White rises up, no good on the jumper. Cougar rebound, gets to Glass. Glass behind the back, over to Rasmussen. To Vavers, to Yalaho in the corner. Yalaho trying to back down Comer, a little mismatch there. Yalaho tries to slip it into Okafor, ball goes off of Peyton White's shin. Curran's out to Ace Glass, who shoots 3, no good. Loose ball. Yalaho ends up with it. That's going to be a foul on the Wolfpack. It's going to go on Chuck Bailey.
Yeah, that's going to be number 2 on Bailey. That's going to be the 19th foul on Nevada. One more post division, double bonus, but going back to Comer's career high, he said that this year 23 again in a win over Southern Illinois, but that's no longer the career high is now with 24 points. Rosterson still needing 2 more for his career high.
Timeout. Cougs.
It's actually Nevada timeout, 30 seconds. So they have both teams have 2 timeouts here now. Now if you're the Cougs, obviously, I mean, 1:39 left. It does look like, unfortunately, Wazoo's going to come up short here today. Second half, they really made a lot more mistakes that they weren't making early on in the first half. As we know, the first basket wasn't until like 2.5 minutes left into game time. And it was a very low-scoring game at half. We thought it would be a close game, but it has not turned out that way. Washington State is looking on the verge of falling to 3-7, and not getting any easier. You got USC, then you have Eastern coming up.
The line makes the first, makes the second. 74, Wolfpack leading.
But Washington State is 75% from the line, and the share is still not enough though.
Comer breaks the press, gets to Rolison past half court, and Glass hits it from behind. That's going to be a foul, and that's going to be Ace Glass's 5th.
Yep, that's going to be the end of the day for Ace Glass. That is number 5. That's foul number 7. That puts Nevada in the bonus. So Glass will finish with 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He'll shoot 3 of 14 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3. Makes both of his free throws, but Just an off night for Ace Glass tonight, Brendan.
Yeah, not what we're typically usual to seeing from Ace Glass tonight. As Rawls goes to the free throw line, makes the first. It's a second to go, 1:30 remaining.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be Nevada's first all-time win here in Pullman. Unfortunately, it had to go this way, but with Washington State's talent this year, it's not really much of a surprise, but it's also unfortunate. It's not as competitive, but things just go that way sometimes, and it happened today for the Cougs.
Fell on the Wolfpack since Carrasco sent to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's on Rollison. That's number 4 for him. Team foul number 10 for Nevada. Josh should knock down that free throw. He now ties career high. And he now beats it as he makes that one. He's now at 20. That's a new career high. Breaks the 19 he scored against St. Thomas earlier this year.
I did a night with few bright spots for the Cougs. Tomas Carrasco, since 20 points, has been one of the few shining stars of the night here for the Cougs.
Yeah, 50 seconds on the shot clock here. Nevada. They're just going to take this down, but it's looks to be pretty much sealed in the bag for Nevada.
Fulmer stepping back again. Jumper no good. Good contest by Yalaho. But an offensive board. Elijah Price turns it over to Yalaho. Gets the board. Morton jump. Pass to Garrett's Favors. Deep three. That one is good. Mihawk Favors for three. Cuts it to 12.
Yeah, 44 seconds left. Cougs will need a foul. Will come back on that. Never seen 12 points in 43 seconds. That was a nice steal by Yalaho. But Cougs need a few more of those, and they just they just ran out of gas here in the second half, and Nevada's just gonna take the shot clock violation. Probably just dribble this one out.
Rawlison guarded by Garrett, who just checked back in. Drive into the paint. Nice move by Rawlison. Splits the defenders. Gets the layup to go. Little insult to injury there from the Wolfpack. 14-point game, 78-64. Cougs still trying to push. Yalaho for 3. That was a little strong. Rebound, Nevada. And that's going to do it as the final seconds tick off the clock. Elijah Price dribbles the clock out. And that's going to do it from Beasley. Cougs fall to 3-7 after 64-78 defeat to the Nevada Wolfpack. Nevada moves to 7-3. Cougs back in action next week.
Yeah, they're at USC. It'll be 4:30 on Sunday on FS1. Nevada will also be in action next week, but they'll be a day earlier Saturday. Their final non-conference game before they start conference play. They're going to host all the way from Pittsburgh the Duke Dukes at 7 p.m. on Saturday. But Brendan, this was just a tough one here for the Cougs today. Thought they had it with a halftime lead. They fall to 2-3 when leading at the half now. I don't know what happened in the second half, but everything just fell off for the Cougs here, and it clearly cost them.
Yeah, Cougs unfortunately couldn't get anything rolling in the second half. Nevada caught fire from behind the arc. And that was ultimately the difference in this game.
They now are 2-2 when they allow between 70 and 79 points. I don't know what to say. They have 3 non-conference games left before conference play begins. 1 on the road, 1 at neutral site, and 1 here at Beasley. I mean, a lot of people say that you're not good if you're off to a slow start, but conference play is really the one that matters. But with this team, they might have a tough time in conference play, especially against Gonzaga and San Francisco and St. Mary's, possibly Santa Clara. And I mean, there are some West Coast conferences. The teams in the conference aren't that great, but they can show up at any moment. And for the Cougs, if they keep this, if they play like they did in the second half, they may not win another game the rest of the season, which I don't know if anybody agrees with this, but this makes David Riley's seat much harder today than ever before with this loss today.
Now, the beginning of the basketball season it is a long year. We are only at the beginning of December. A lot of time for the Cougs to turn this thing around. Hopefully, they can do that starting next week as they prepare for conference play. I'm Doumit, here with Declan Curran. Thank you for listening tonight to our broadcast, WSU Cougars versus Nevada Wolfpack.
So be sure to tune in. We have women's basketball this week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. The WSU women, with 1 win on the season, hosting their neighbors from up north, the Eastern Washington Eagles. That'll be Nathan Eshelman and Charlie Templeton. And then I will be back on the call of the women's game on Friday at 6 p.m. as Washington State hosts the Texas Tech Lady Raiders. I'll be on the call with Nathan Eshelman on that one, so I hope you can tune in. But until Wednesday, we will talk to you down the road, and as always, go Cougs.